The Whimsical Cursed Sword. So this series is freaking amazing. When I first saw it and I saw the artwork and I read the first couple of pages, I thought it was gonna be something completely different. Like I thought it was gonna be one of those like Edgelord series with a bunch of like violence and gore and stuff like that. Nope, it's the complete opposite. It's like nope, it's basically the slice of life comedy, and it's hilarious. So let's just get right into it. So basically we start off and it's like a fantasy world and you have your humans and your elves and your demons and your hero and your demon kings and all that, Isekai kind of tropes. And eventually we got to a part where technology like actually improved. So like electronics and smartphones and stuff like that were created, but we're still in this like fantasy world. So we're like this fantasy world, but there's smartphones, there's YouTube, there's Twitter, there's stuff like that. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Anyways, because of that, the demons and the humans and like God and elven creatures and all that stuff decided, let's shoot for peace. Like we don't need to fight anymore because now we have like, I mean, there's might, there's magic, now there's mobile phones. So how about we just have peace? So there's eventually there's peace between all the races, and the phones and other modern devices kind of blow up, and now it's basically like our present day social media but thrown back into a medieval fantasy kind of world. So again, there's like YouTube, there's Twitter, there's Instagram, but there's also like YouTubers and e-celebrities and Instagram influencers and stuff like that, which is pretty funny. And then we have our two main characters. So we have our main character. His name is Lucas, and he's basically like the straight man in this series. He's the guy that is he's serious and he's somewhat smart, and he's like the only one that's like normal in a world where everyone else is just crazy and insane. And that's where a lot of the humor comes from. We have his sister, whose name is Monica, and Monica basically has like a creature that she's hiding in her barn, and Lucas at first thinks it's like a pet that his sister has found. Turns out, no, it's a cursed sword that looks really demonic. And turns out that this sword actually is sentient, and the sword doesn't know what it is. Like, it knows that it's a sword, but it doesn't know what kind of sword it is. And Lucas is like, you're a cursed sword, dude. Like, you're a demon sword. You're evil. But he doesn't tell the sword that because he doesn't want the sword to start acting evil. So he just kind of pretends like, okay, it's a sword, I guess. So yeah, the demon sword itself, his name is JB, which is short for Justice Braver, and that's the name that Monica gives him. JB is awesome. JB is like freaking hilarious. By being a cursed demon sword, he's actually pretty nice. So Lucas at first tries to get rid of the sword, but of course Monica refuses, and Monica and JB basically go out and have like a lot of fun. Like there's a scene where like she rides JB almost like a broom into the sky, and she records herself doing it, and then it gets uploaded onto this world's version of YouTube. And now like a bunch of people are aware that there's like this demon sword somewhere out there, and now Lucas's life is just like, oh man, now I gotta basically hide the fact that my little sister is friends with the demon sword. We just have basically crazy slice of life moments. Well, yeah, we have crazy slice of life moments, and then we have moments where it's just because of the fact that he's friends, or because of the fact that he's housing this demon sword, a lot of stuff just kind of falls onto his lap that he has to deal with. So we get a scene where like the demon lord shows up, and the demon lord wants to take the cursed sword. And at first he pretends to be nice, but then the demon lord is like, I'm going to take it by any means necessary. And then he tries to fight Lucas and Monica and stuff. And then JB is like, Monica's my friend, you're not going to hurt her. So he rushes over and he punches the demon lord in the face. And Lucas is like, dude, you're a sword. Why don't you just cut him? Why are you punching the demon lord? But we have like another scene where Lucas, while everyone's sleeping, Lucas grabs JB and tries to get rid of him. Like he tries to throw him away, and JB just keeps reappearing. So Lucas kind of loses it, and he grabs it and he throws JB, and JB ends up slicing his house and causing like a huge mess. Like it just like his house is just like half of it is gone. And so JB uses his demonic powers to summon beings from basically the demon realm, and he summons like these giant stone statues, and it's like he orders them to fix the hole, and their version of fixing the hole is just by cramming themselves into the hole. And Lucas is like super pissed off, and he starts yelling like, you know, what the hell, like you guys aren't fixing my hole, you're just making it even worse, and like you're just throwing yourselves in there. Like I can't have a house with a bunch of weird statues piled up on top of each other. Like fix it. And of course, like the statues, like their feelings get hurt. And everyone's like upset with Lucas. And that's another thing that, like, another running gag is that Lucas acts normal, but because everyone else is crazy, Lucas's normal is seen as being like really mean and rude, and so everyone gets on his case for being like really rude to people. And which just causes Lucas to like lose his, you know, crap even more. But yeah, like we have like another funny moment where we have a shield spirit shows up. And the shield spirit just looks freaking weird. So anyways, he like shows up and he challenges the sword to a fight because he's like, you know, I'm a shield. Like the whole point of me is to do battle with swords. And then of course the shield spirit goes into his shield mode, which is just all kinds of wrong. And I'm going to leave it at that. Well, yeah, so this is the Whimsical cursed sword. It is freaking hilarious. I know some people like in previous videos have been like, you know, you laugh too much when I'm like reviewing certain stuff, and it's like I can't help it, man. Like I'm trying to hold back, especially with like this series, but this series it's so hard not to laugh. Like this is one of like the funniest series I've ever read. So if you're looking for like some good like slice of life kind of comedy, would this even be a slice of life? I mean, I guess it's slice of life in a fantasy world with social media. But yeah, if you're looking for something like just hilarious, like I know 2020 has been pretty crazy, and a lot of people are just like they just want the year to end. And if you just need something to kind of, you know, pick me up and just something to kind of just laugh about, I highly recommend this series. This series is just fantastic. I love it. It's one of my favorite ongoing series right now. But yeah, please check it out. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. As I always say, if there's any series out there that you guys recommend, whether it be a manga or a comic book, just let me know. And I always, if I don't read it right away because like I'm, you know, busy or whatever, I always put it on my to read list. So I never ignore any of your guys' recommendations. As soon as you guys give me something, it goes on the read list, and eventually I will get to them. There have been a couple of videos I've already done based off of recommendations from viewers. So yeah, if there's anything you guys recommend, please let me know. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, everybody. So what did you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.